Happy Monday, guys, and welcome to another episode of Good News from Around the World. In today's episode, I want to talk about what's happening with the refugees that are entering different countries in Europe and how those countries are responding to them coming in. Also, there's some interesting things happening with inventions that have to do with light bulbs and water. There are thousands of Syrian refugees that are fleeing their country at this very moment, and they're entering different parts of Europe. And when they get to these countries, they're welcomed with open arms, with claps, with cheers, with residents of those countries excited to have the refugees join their country. In Germany and Austria, there's a website set up similar to what Airbnb is, except this website matches refugees with locals that live in that country.
Guten Tag, make yourself at home.
The website is called Refugees Welcome, and so far they've linked up about 150 different families together. Now, once the family's in the house, they can get funding through micro donations, federal funding, or even crowdfunding. In Munich, Germany, there are so many refugees arriving by train and bus, but there's even more people that are volunteering to help them out. It's become so abundant that they actually had to create a waiting list for people that want to help and volunteer. Now, if they can't even host people in their houses, they're showing up with food, they're showing up with clothing, they're showing up with supplies, with toys for the kids. They want to help so badly, and it's incredible to see that love between strangers. Iceland wanted to let in 50 refugees into their country, so they opened it up to the public to see how many people would take in these refugees. In 24 hours, 10,000 Icelanders signed up to help. Now, there's over 60,000 Icelanders that have signed up to help the refugees. That's about 1 in 20 people that live in the entire country.
How many people signed up?
The demand is so overwhelming that the government is rethinking the amount of refugees they want to let into the country. Naguib Sawiris is a billionaire from Egypt. Now, he wants to help out the refugees by buying them their own island. He wants to purchase an island from Italy or Greece and donate it to these refugees. You get an island! You get an island! Everyone, look under your seats! Islands for everyone! He wants them to build their own homes, which he will pay for. He wants to build schools, he wants to build hospitals, and he wants to build universities. Now, eventually, this island will become their own country, and he wants them to name the country Hope. There's a new program being introduced into the school system that's 2 15-minute sessions of meditation. The students are asked to sit in silence, to breathe deeply, and to relax their mind.
Math class time.
This program has actually shown a lot of progress. Stress and anxiety have decreased. Suspension within the school has decreased, and creativity and productivity have increased. In India, there are millions of homes with electricity, but they only need about 1 light bulb. They only need that 1 bulb for the children to be able to study at night, or for them to cook at night, or do any activities they want when the sun goes down. But when you're struggling to pay for food and shelter, it's kind of hard to pay for electricity. So a lot of the times, it's a risk turning on that light bulb. Thankfully, there's an organization called Brighter Today. They're working with the Clinton Foundation and Philips, who's the manufacturer of low-watt, energy-efficient light bulbs. Now, they're able to donate light bulbs to these families, and so far they've donated over 5,000 light bulbs to different households. These 11-watt light bulbs allow the families to save about 80% off their electricity bill.
Cheap light is very nice, very nice.
For houses without electricity, they've created an ingenious invention that's just plastic water bottles full of water and bleach. Now, they fix these water bottles half in the ceiling, half on the outside, so the sunlight comes in, bounces around the water and the bleach, and actually shines as bright as a 55-watt light bulb. It's completely free, it's a solar light bulb, and requires no electricity. For places without access to electricity, but you have access to salt water, this is an ingenious invention for you. This is a lantern that only runs off salt water. The way it works is there's a zinc electrode and a copper electrode split into two chambers. Now you fill it with water and salt, and it actually creates energy. It creates light. It's almost like a little battery.
What if we just stuck massive electrodes into the ocean and used that to power our world?
LeBron James is the most popular NBA player right now. Now, he has a program set up, and 1,100 kids that are part of this program are actually going to get free tuition in college. They've actually taught her sign language. So that's pretty neat. If you know sign language, you can have a conversation with this gorilla.